Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming my mid-year book tag, which I've never filmed one of these videos, so I'm really excited to go through and kind of comment on what I've read so far this year. I'm gonna look at my current stats for the year. Let's see. Okay, for some reason I was looking and it says 2025 reading goal and 2024 reading goal, and I was like, where is this year? Thinking that this year is 2026. It's definitely not. But this says I'm at 21 of 50 books, so that's not like terribly off pace. Oh, it says read 4 books to get back on track, but technically the month's not over, so if I am at 25 by the end of the month, I think that would mean I'm on track. So I'm happy with where I'm at. I obviously, like, if I get 50 books this year, I'll be very excited because I've had my goal at 50 for the past couple years, and 2 years ago I got to like 42 or 46 or 48 or something like that, and I was like, I was so close and I didn't get it. 21 is good, and I'm also in the middle of 2 books right now, Queen of Shadows and Summer Romance, so I'm going to finish those obviously this month, plus whatever else I read, so I think I'm on track to read 50 books this year, which I'm very excited about. But this is the first video that I'm filming in real time since we took our trip. I do have, I believe, 2 more videos from the trip, one in Knoxville and one in Mexico from our anniversary trip that are going to come out after this, but I kind of want to put more book content in because I really like making book videos, but I also like making life videos, so I try to like balance it a little bit, and I also had to get the book tag out before it's past July because that would be not ideal. But also I'm filming on July 7th, and if you don't know, on the 4th of July, like the night of the 4th of July, a big flood hit Texas, and I'm gonna leave a link down below for you to donate if you feel inclined to donate, because there are so many people affected and it's really sad and devastating what's happening. So I just wanted to kind of point towards there. If you haven't heard about it, I feel like a lot of people have heard about it. I know a lot of people are helping and donating and stuff, but if you could just pray for everyone involved, that would be good because it's devastating. But we are gonna jump into the book tag. I am using Sarah Caroli's that she did. I did switch out a few of them, I think, so I'm mostly going off of what Sarah Caroli did, but we're gonna start with best book. So the best book I've read so far this year is by far Assassin's Blade. This book was the first book I read this year, and it was so good, and I can't wait to finish the series so I can reread the series, even though I haven't even finished the series. But I also kind of wanted to mention The Cruel Prince because I really like this book as well. And I know I gave it 5 stars when I read it, and I just finished it in May. I feel like I think about this often, which not as much as I think about Sam because it's hard not to, but I do think about this book often. So both of these are really good. If you haven't read Throne of Glass, it's such a good series. Like, it's hyped for a reason, and as far as right now, there's no spice. As far as I know, the rest of the series, there's not spice. I'm pretty sure, because it's YA, unlike Court of Thorns and Roses, which I wish she had more books that weren't spice, because I don't even want to read Court of Thorns and Roses because I know it turns into spice and I don't want to read that. But I am excited to finish the Cruel Prince series because I'm pretty sure it's also YA and has no spice. That is the best book of the year. I guess the best 2 books of the year, but if I had to pick one, I would pick Assassin's Blade because I just love that book so much. And then next we have the best sequel, which I picked a few for this one because I couldn't really decide. Okay, I have 3 for this one, but the first one, I'm gonna say Onyx Storm. This is the 3rd book. I don't know if a sequel can count as the 3rd book. I'm pretty sure it can. It's just like a continuation, but I love this book so much when I read it. It was like probably the most fun I've had reading a book this year, because a lot of times I'll be reading and I'm like always checking to see how many pages I have left, but with this one I was like fully just having a blast and like reading and having fun, and like it could have been like 2 times this size, and like if it was the same content I would have kept reading, which is so crazy because I did not like Iron Flame, but I did love this book. So Onyx Storm for sure for that one, and I really love my copy, and then I like dog-eared the, I don't know, I just really like that. But, and then another one I did was Sunrise on the Reaping. I really like this book. I don't know if I am cheating by adding this one in best sequel because I have not read any of the other Hunger Games books. I have seen the movies, all of them, but I obviously have not read the books, and the books are always better. But I don't know if I want to read the books. Like, I know everyone raves about them, but I just don't know. I guess if I like this so much, I should read the books, but I'm not sure, being that I know the majority of the story. I know I'm obviously probably missing a lot, but I don't know if it's worth it to read all of those books. But I did really like this book and I cried at the end. So I think even if you haven't read the rest of the series, you should read this book if you're interested in it, because this is like a new story, obviously, because the movie hasn't come out. So it was really fun to read something new from a series that I like enjoy, like the movies. But I don't think I'm going to read the rest of the series. And then next is new releases I haven't read yet, but I really want to. So I do have two with me now. So one of them is One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. I don't know if I want to reread Every Summer After before I read this. I kind of don't want to, but also I gave it 5 stars back in the day. So I feel like I should reread it because I love a reread, even though I've only done like 2 of them. But I really want to get back into rereading books. Well, not back, but get into rereading books. And I'm really excited to read this, mainly because I like the cover. But I do remember loving Every Summer After. So I just can't decide if I want to reread Every Summer After and then read this, or just go ahead and jump into this. But a lot of people mention like having the background is better because she doesn't go into as much depth in the scenes and stuff like of the town. And I am not going to remember anything because I don't even remember what Every Summer After was about. So maybe I should reread it, but that's the first one. And then next I have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really loved Carrie Soda's Back, which is why I picked this one up, but I also didn't really like When True Loves and After I Do. I don't remember reading After I Do whatsoever, but I have it on my Goodreads that I did read it in like 2023 or something, which is weird because I have no memory of that and I have no idea what that book is about. I would have to reread it. So I feel like I didn't actually read it, but maybe I did. But I did love Carrie Soda's Back, which is why I got this, because I feel like this is more of that vibe than just like a romance vibe. And I'm hoping it's very similar to Carrie Soda's Back in the storytelling sense. And I've seen a couple of people like reviewing this book and they were bawling their eyes out. So like I kind of just have to know like what's happening. And then a couple others that I don't have is Swept Away by Beth O'Leary. I really like the flat share, so that's why I wanted to get this one. And I also really like the cover. Covers can sell me on books very easily. And then also Silverborn, which is the 4th book in the Nevermore series by Jessica Townsend. And I love that series so much. This is it, but this is a middle grade series. And like obviously I'm way too old to be reading middle grade, but I just love it sometimes. Like it's so relaxing, like you don't read about anything like stressful or like anything. So I just find it so comforting to read middle grade, and I just love how creative they are, which obviously YA and like adult are also creative, but middle grade is just different, you know? But this is very similar to Harry Potter, but like not really, but like kind of the same vibe. Like there's a world of magic that she didn't grow up in, that she got taken to. But I love this series so much. And the only thing is the 3rd book is kind of based off COVID, but like not really. But it's called Hollowpox, which is like going around, but it's a virus that the evil people used, I think, as far as I remember. But it was published in 2021 or the end of 2020. So like obviously that's what was going on at that time. But I don't love that about that book. But other than that, I really love the series and I still love that book. I just wish, like, no one wants to read about COVID. So I don't know why they did that. But there's a new one called Silverborn and I'm so excited to get it. I almost bought the other day, but it was hardcover and I only had paperback because I bought this in a 3-pack off of Book Outlet a while ago. But I'm really excited to read that book. There are other new releases that are coming out this year that I want to read, but that aren't out yet. I'm assuming there's going to be one for the Inheritance Games series, or the Games Untold, what is it called? Or the Grandest Games series, like that world, and I will obviously get it. I was starting to think I wasn't going to get them anymore, but after reading Games Untold, I really like that one, so I'm going to keep buying them, obviously. And then the next one we have is New Favorite Author. I don't have like a for sure answer on this one. I want to say Sarah J. Maas because I literally love Throne of Glass so much, but I know that I wouldn't like The Court of Thorns and Roses or The Crescent City because there's spice, which I guess doesn't mean I would hate her writing. I just don't want to read spice, and if I know that there's spice, I'm not going to read it. But so far, I'm really enjoying Annabelle Monaghan. Is that how you say it? Annabelle Monaghan. I gave Nora Goes Off Script 5 stars, and I'm this far into this one and I'm really liking it so far. I'm just like in some kind of reading funk. Like I'm not in a reading funk, but I also am because I'm reading so slow right now. But I'm still enjoying the books I'm reading. It's just taking me so long. But this is like 5-star romance book. I think this is probably going to be 5-star depending on how the third act conflict goes. But I'm really enjoying both of these and I like the way she writes, and there's minimal spice. Like spice is mentioned, but like not, you know? So that's why I like these. And then also I kind of can possibly say Holly Black, even though I've only read one, but I love this one so much that I think I'm gonna love these. So I feel like that's a fair guesstimate to say that she will be a favorite author, which I guess with one book I probably don't actually know, but this book was so fun for me to read, so I think I'm gonna like her. And I'm kind of like behind on getting to the series, but I'm so glad I finally got to it because I cannot wait to finish it. And then next we have books that made me cry, and there's only 2 books in this, and I think I might have already mentioned them, but the first one was Assassin's Blade because like she didn't have to do like that. I'm just saying. But this book, the ending absolutely crushed me. I was bawling my eyes out for so long. And then I actually teared up a little bit at the end of Sunrise on the Reaping when I was reading this. I kept seeing these TikToks of people like finishing the book and they were like bawling their eyes out, and I was like, okay. And I got to it and there was a sad part and I was like, okay, that's sad, but like I'm not gonna cry about that. And then something else happened and I was like, that's what we were crying about. And then I joined because it was so sad. But I believe that's the only 2 books that I've cried about this year. And then the next is The Most Beautiful Book You've Picked Up. And this is kind of a hard one because like out of the books that I've read, I don't like, some of them were like cute. Like I do like the covers of the Throne of Glass series, but they're not like the prettiest covers ever. I do really like the cover of Nora Goes Off Script, just like kind of like the cartoony, but I kind of like this one, but I don't like how much of her is in the thing. I like how little of her is in this because it's like kind of gesturing to a romance, not fully a girl on the cover. But I do like the colors, and I also like the covers of her other books. Just a love story, like there's too much of the girl on the cover, but I do like the color scheme and like the vibe. I just wish they were like this more because I really love this one. But Cameron's mom actually got me the special edition copy of Beach Read, and I absolutely adored the front of this because it's yellow, and yellow is my favorite color, and it says, "I feel overwhelmed that you exist," and I can't wait to rearrange my book room, which will be one of the videos coming soon because we're gonna kind of move things around and rearrange the shelves because it's much needed, and I'm gonna put this book on display and it will be so stinking cute. Like just look at the inside of that. That's so pretty. But it was so kind of her to get that for me. So probably like those 2. But I don't know if Beach Read counts because I technically didn't read it, but I did get it this year, so I'm just putting that in there. And then book I need to read before the end of the year. Obviously, Kingdom of Ash, so that I can finish the Throne of Glass series. Ideally, I would finish this by the end of August, but I'm kind of running out of time for that. But not running out of time, but like kind of, because those books are so long. And I'm currently probably like 3/4 of the way through Queen of Shadows, so I still have that plus the tandem read plus Kingdom of Ash, which is probably almost 1,000 pages. And then I think the tandem read is like maybe like 1,500 or something. So there's like a lot of reading to do, which I could totally do. I just don't know how many other books I would get done, and I don't know how fast I can do it. But if I finish it before the end of the year, obviously I would be happy. But I would love to do 8 books in 8 months, and that would make me very happy. So we'll see. And then another one is Queen of Nothing, so that I can finish the Cruel Prince series, because I would really like to finish another series. I have so many series that I'm kind of in the middle of that I really want to finish so that I can start more series. Like I want to finish Throne of Glass and then start what do they call it? Infernal Devices, Shadow Hunters series, whatever you call it, City of Bones. I do have copies of them here. I originally, when I first started getting them, I got them from like half-price books and stuff. But at the time, I was like, I should get the old covers because like they're nostalgic or whatever, even though I didn't even know the series back then. But as of like, it's been later, I really wish I would have gotten the new covers where the spines like line up because it's so pretty. And now I don't really like these covers, but we'll see what happens because I don't want to buy that many more new books. Like, so I have 7 of them, so I'm not gonna rebuy 7 books just because I would like the other covers better, because I feel like that would be cheating. And then I think the last question I'm gonna do, I just made this one up, but series I want to finish before the end of the year. So we obviously have spoke of Thorn and Glass and The Cruel Prince, but I also recently bought the Spark of the Everflame, and I hear the series is like so good, so I'm excited to start it. But I know like the next couple books are really long. The cover of this is so pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like textured. So pretty. So that's on there, even though I only own the first one. And then I also want to finish, I don't know if I'll finish it, but I want to keep reading this series. This is another middle grade series that I have been reading. It's called Keeper of the Lost Cities, and I worked at a private Christian school 2 years ago, and all of the kids were reading this, like all of the like middle school kids and like 5th grade and up, they were like all reading this like at the same time, and there were so many like copies in the library. I was like, dang, this series must be good. So that's why I picked it up, because I actually found an annotated copy of it and I thought that was really cool. So I was like, I'm gonna get this. But I am currently, the next book I will read is the 4th one, and as far as like right now there's 11 out. I think a new one just came out, so there's around 11 out at the moment. So obviously I have a lot to go, and they're all pretty thick. Like for middle grade, I feel like this is thick, but also it's like very short, so I guess it may not be that many words. But I have 4, 5, and 6 that I own, and so I need to get the rest of them to be able to finish them. But I don't know if that's realistic to finish before the end of the year, but I would like to keep working on it. And then I think I would like to start The Heroes of Olympus. Cameron and I both read Percy Jackson at the same time last year, and it was really fun to kind of be reading kind of at the same time. He was like a little bit ahead of me, but we were kind of reading it together, which was really fun. He is already on House of Hades, which is the 4th one out of 5. So obviously I wouldn't be reading it with him, but I really liked Percy Jackson, so I do kind of want to read that. I don't think I would finish the series this year, but maybe like if I finished multiple series by the end of the year, I'll start that one. But that is all the ones I know of right now. Cameron really wants me to read Mistborn, so maybe I will start that. It was on my TBR last month and I didn't get to it, but I have been kind of getting closer and closer to wanting to pick it up, so I may pick it up in the next couple months. And then I think there's 3 books in that series, which I feel like would be quick reads, even though they're not small books, but I think they are like doable, you know. So that is all for my mid-year book tag. Thank you guys so much for watching, and comment down below any book suggestions you have off of this, or any more book tag questions that I can answer in the comments, just because your girl likes to talk about books, you know? I do have another bookstore crawl in Knoxville coming, and then obviously I talked about our Mexico vlog, which in that vlog I was reading a couple books, and then I'm currently filming a summer reading vlog, and I'm about to start filming my book room renovation, I guess you could say, or like reorganizing of our book room. So there's so many book videos coming soon, and also a lot of fun things I can't wait to tell y'all. So don't forget to subscribe, because there's so much content coming. I've been putting out more than I had previously, but going forward I'm gonna put out more than I am right now, because I just have so many things to share, and books and life, and it's so fun, and I'm so excited, and I hope you join my little community so we can talk about it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.